In 1987, Airbus launched the A320, a narrow-body jet that would go on to change commercial aviation forever. Nearly 4 decades later, it's still the backbone of global fleets. But behind the scenes, Airbus engineers are quietly working on something new, something that could replace the A320neo entirely. A plane that promises to fly farther, burn less fuel, and make even the latest Boeing 737 MAX look outdated. It's not a rumor anymore. The project is real, and it's moving fast. So, what exactly is Airbus building, and why are they keeping it so quiet? Let's find out. When Airbus introduced the A320neo family in 2010, it was a revolution disguised as an upgrade. By adding new generation engines and aerodynamic improvements, Airbus promised up to 20% better fuel efficiency than the original A320, and airlines loved it. Orders flooded in from every corner of the world. Low-cost carriers like Indigo, Wizz Air, and EasyJet turned the A320neo into the most popular narrow-body jet ever built, while legacy airlines such as Lufthansa and American Airlines adopted it to modernize their fleets. The A320neo wasn't just a hit. It cemented Airbus as the dominant player in the single-aisle market. But time moves quickly in aviation. As we move deeper into the 2020s, the A320neo, once cutting-edge, is beginning to show its limits. Airlines want more range, better fuel economy, and quieter operations for routes that didn't exist 10 years ago. The competition from Boeing's 737 MAX family, particularly the long-range MAX 10, has forced Airbus to rethink its long-term strategy. And while the A321XLR stretched the capabilities of the A320 platform, it also pushed the airframe to its limits. The A320's basic design dates back to the 1980s, and engineers know there's only so much efficiency left to extract from it. At the same time, Airbus faces a paradox. The A320neo continues to sell incredibly well, over 10,000 orders and counting, but its very success delays the next big leap. Developing an entirely new narrow-body jet costs tens of billions and takes over a decade. So Airbus must balance immediate profits from the A320neo with the long-term need to innovate. That's where the story gets interesting. Deep inside Airbus's headquarters in Toulouse, a quiet effort has been underway, not just to update the A320, but to build a true successor from the ground up, one that integrates the lessons learned from the A220 program, the A321XLR's performance, and advances in composite manufacturing. The whispers point to one aircraft in particular, a potential A220-500, a jet that could redefine what single-aisle efficiency means. And it's not science fiction anymore. Airbus is preparing for the post-A320 era. In the next part, we'll uncover what Airbus is secretly developing, and how a smaller jet might soon replace one of the most successful planes in history. Behind the calm public statements and polished press releases, Airbus has been carefully reshaping its narrow-body strategy around one key aircraft, the A220. Originally designed by Bombardier as the C-Series, this jet was acquired by Airbus in 2018, rebranded as the A220, and quietly positioned as the foundation for the next generation of short and medium-haul aviation. What makes it so special? Efficiency. The A220 uses advanced aerodynamics, a carbon composite fuselage, and ultra-efficient Pratt & Whitney geared turbofan engines. For airlines, that means 25% lower fuel burn and noise levels, nearly half those of traditional narrow bodies. The current A220 family includes 2 versions, the smaller A220-100 and the popular A220-300. But insiders and industry analysts have been buzzing about a third variant, the A220-500. This aircraft, slightly larger than the A220-300, could carry around 160 passengers and directly challenge the A320neo in both range and efficiency. In other words, Airbus might already have the building blocks for its A320 successor. It just hasn't officially admitted it yet. Why the secrecy? Because the A220-500 threatens to cannibalize the A320neo's massive order book. Airbus executives are cautious. They know that announcing a new A220 variant too soon could cause airlines to delay or cancel A320neo orders. So the company is playing a delicate game, extending the A320's life while preparing a quiet transition toward the A220 platform. It's a long-term chess move, not a sprint. Meanwhile, Airbus is ramping up 2020 production lines in Mirabel, Canada and Mobile, Alabama. The goal is to reach 14 aircraft per month by the end of the decade, a massive increase from current rates. That expansion signals confidence. Airbus wouldn't invest billions in the A220 unless it planned to make it central to its future portfolio. The A220-500 could become the perfect middle ground, offering the range and capacity of an A320neo, but at a much lower operating cost. And with potential range improvements and upgraded avionics, it might even outclass Boeing's entire 737 MAX family. In the next part, we'll look at how Airbus's strategy directly threatens Boeing's narrow-body dominance, and why the A220-500 could finally deliver the knockout punch that Airbus has been waiting for. For decades, the single-aisle battle between Airbus and Boeing has defined commercial aviation. On one side, Airbus with its A320 family, efficient, modern, and cost-effective. On the other, Boeing's legendary 737 line, the workhorse of the skies since the 1960s. But the latest chapter of this rivalry has taken a dramatic turn. Boeing's 737 MAX crisis, from grounding to certification delays, left a deep scar on its reputation, while Airbus quietly surged ahead with record-breaking A320neo orders. Now, with the possible introduction of the A220-500, Airbus may be preparing to close the book entirely on Boeing's dominance in the narrow-body market. Let's look at the numbers. The A220-500, if launched, could offer seating for up to 165 passengers and a range exceeding 3,700 nautical miles. That places it right in the same category as the 737 MAX 8 and A320neo, but with a major advantage. It's designed from the ground up using 21st century technology. The A220 platform wasn't constrained by the legacy designs that limit both the MAX and the A320. Its larger windows, higher cabin altitude comfort, and quieter engines make it not only more efficient, but more passenger-friendly. Boeing, meanwhile, is trapped in a difficult position. The company's next-generation narrow-body, the so-called New Midsize Airplane, NMA, was shelved after years of internal debate. Financial pressure and ongoing supply chain problems have left Boeing unable to invest in an all-new model. While Airbus refines its manufacturing processes, Boeing continues to push incremental updates to the 737 MAX line, a design whose origins date back to the Kennedy administration. That's what makes the A220-500 so dangerous to Boeing. If Airbus moves forward, it could replace both the lower and middle end of the narrow-body spectrum, effectively squeezing Boeing out of its most profitable segment. And unlike Boeing's fragmented strategy, Airbus can offer airlines a clean, fuel-efficient family, the A220-100 for regional routes, the A220-500 for medium haul, and the A321XLR for long, narrow-body flights. A perfect trio. But Airbus must act carefully. A full-scale launch of the A220-500 would ignite a new price war and put Boeing under enormous competitive pressure. Yet it's increasingly clear Airbus holds the stronger hand. In the next part, we'll dive into the engineering behind the A220's advantage, from composite wings to next-gen engines, and see why it could redefine the future of flight efficiency. To understand why the A220-500 could change everything, we need to look under the skin, at the engineering choices that make this aircraft different. Unlike the A320neo, which was essentially a modernized version of a 1980s airframe, the A220 was designed from day one to meet the demands of 21st century aviation. It's not just a smaller Airbus, it's a completely new architecture built for a world obsessed with fuel savings, carbon reduction, and passenger comfort. Let's start with the materials. The A220 uses a lightweight composite wing made from carbon fiber reinforced polymer, a first for aircraft in its class. These wings are not only lighter but more aerodynamically refined, with a sleek curvature that reduces drag and boosts lift efficiency. The result? Less fuel burn at every stage of flight. Combine that with an advanced aluminum-lithium fuselage, strong, corrosion-resistant, and easier to repair, and you get a plane that's both durable and efficient. Then there's the power plant. The A220's Pratt & Whitney PW1500G geared turbofan engines are engineering marvels. They use a reduction gearbox that allows the fan and turbine to spin at their optimal speeds independently, a simple idea that delivers a massive impact. The outcome is up to 20% better fuel efficiency, 50% lower noise footprint, and a dramatic reduction in emissions. For airlines flying hundreds of daily short-haul legs, that translates to millions of dollars in annual savings. Inside the cabin, the difference is just as noticeable. The A320's wider seats, larger windows, and lower cabin altitude give passengers a more comfortable experience than most narrow-body jets. This isn't just marketing. Airlines report higher customer satisfaction scores on A320 routes. For an aircraft that could eventually replace the A320neo, passenger comfort is more than a bonus. It's a strategic advantage. Perhaps the most futuristic feature is digital integration. The A320 is packed with sensors and flight systems that feed real-time data back to maintenance crews, allowing predictive servicing, reducing downtime and increasing reliability. If Airbus scales this up for the A320-500, it won't just be building a new plane. It'll be defining the blueprint for the next generation of commercial aviation, efficient, connected, and environmentally responsible. In the next and final part, we'll explore what's next for Airbus and why the quiet development of the A320-500 could mark the beginning of a new era in global aviation. As Airbus continues to dominate the narrow-body market, the A320-500 could become the company's most strategic move since the original A320. It's not just about replacing an aircraft, it's about redefining the future of flight. Airlines are already pushing for greener, quieter, and more cost-efficient fleets, and Airbus knows the A320neo can't carry that burden forever. The A320-500 represents the bridge to the next generation, a jet that combines proven performance with next-level innovation. If Airbus officially launches it, the A320-500 could reshape airline networks worldwide, opening new point-to-point routes that were once impossible with older designs. And for Boeing, it would mean an even tougher climb back to competitiveness in the single-aisle market. Airbus's strategy is clear: evolve quietly, but strike decisively. And when the time comes, the A320-500 might not just replace the A320neo. It could mark the moment when Airbus finally leaves Boeing's shadow for good. A new era of aviation is taking shape right now, one where efficiency, intelligence, and design come together in ways we've never seen before. If you love exploring how these aircraft shape our world, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more aviation stories every week.